Welcome back to our journey. Now, last chapter we went a little spazzy, and I had fun with it. I hope you guys did too. This one here, we're set up pretty. We dug out several chunks of a quarry after we got our nether star, as well as made this place look a lot more pretty. I'm really loving it, honestly. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got lots and lots of stuff to do. And with over 100,000 blocks at our disposal, closer to 200,000, we are ready for some building and definitely going to do some adventuring, but our building game is set up. However, we have a problem. It's all just sitting in shulkers. Yeah, or in other random chests. So, you want to see me spaz and put away hundreds of thousands of blocks in 30 seconds? All right, so we're sitting here on day 455. Why? Because we spent 30 days sorting through everything we have, including the stuff we got from the quarry. And it was a lot. But I want to introduce you all to what I like to call the Hall of Stuffs. And we got a lot of things. Now you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's not a lot of things. I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but it's not crazy. Well, let me show you. And it just goes on and on. Like, we even have a overflow room back here. Oh, yes. Yeah, oh, look at the iron. Remember the iron farm we built on chapter 1? You got to remember, I've been trading these iron to the villagers, and I used almost 3 stacks of it for a beacon. So this isn't even all the iron we have. It works real good. Also, we got a lot of diamonds from that quarry. Some of these were from whenever I was mob proofing it in the caves, but most of it's from the quarry. But yeah, this is our Great Hall of Stuffs. I am going to expand it. So let me just show you here. This is all our woods. This is all normal stones. Just the stuff we'd find normally. This is like netherish stuff. This is like minerals. Don't know what this is going to be yet. This is our frog lights and all our sea stuff. And this is going to be all the different terracottas. Now, this is just temporary. There is going to be another wall for concrete and concrete powders and other things as we need the use for it. But until then, we are set up on supplies, and we are ready to get building. There's a few things I still want to collect, like a bunch of mud and some wheat, because I want to use a bunch of mud brick. But other than that, we are ready to rock, my dudes. All right, now we have a kingdom to build. That is really our main goal of this episode. That's why we grinded so hard in the last one. And yeah, that's what we're trying to get done here today. All this temporary stuff needs to go. All our little friends here need to have homes. Little dirt huts with our bartenders need to go in an inn. But before we get started with that, I do want to clear my head and just go for a little journey. I have lots of shulkers, plenty of rockets, more rockets in here, pretty much anything we need. The super adventure boxes in here. That's the blue one, if you guys didn't know. It has all my adventure stuff. So we're just going to fly. We want to try to find a mangrove swamp, and we want to raid as many villages for hay bales as possible, because I don't really have the biggest wheat field set up yet. And you guessed it, at some point your boy is going to set up an auto wheat farm. But I don't have time for that right now, and I don't even know where I would put it just yet. So for right now, we're going to go adventuring for cool stuff. Let's see what we can find. We set off, and this journey actually becomes a lot more fun than I originally expected it to. We find a little shipwreck, and of course we have to check it out, and we find a map. And your boy couldn't resist. We had to see what was in this treasure. And unlike the one we found on chapter 1, this one was actually pretty good. Our first village of the journey, we naturally just take all their stuffs. I didn't even notice this Enderman disc creeping on us. And then we find our first Badlands. Now, we originally stop here and we try to get some of the terracotta. We get a little bit of it, and then we quickly realize, nope, I'm coming back with the beacon. And then we're off to the next village. This village is much, much cooler than the last one. Now, this is the last village I'm going to show us raiding, but we raided like 12 of them. But at this point, we decided, yes, we need camels. We need them very badly. Oh, we got to come back for this guy. He's so cute. Yeah, there might be another village here. I might be able to come back and get two at once. Oh, stand up, buddy. Stand up. Oh, yeah, we're coming back here. Yeah, we're marking this one. All right, so we found some mangrove swamp. This time, 5,000 blocks to the south. Now, if you remember on chapter 2, we were looking for a regular swamp or a mangrove swamp, and we went north, and we had to travel 6,000 blocks. This world, I love it, but it does not like swamps anywhere near me. But we found one, so we are going to get as much as we can before we go home, because this was a journey. I needed a whole lot of mud, and I also wanted to get a bit of mangrove, but I also didn't want to decimate this swamp. Partially because I just didn't want to, and two, because I just never know if I'm going to come back to a place, and I might make a base here at some point. Feeling pretty satisfied with the haul we've gotten so far, I decided to stop at this desert temple. I don't actually honestly know why, I just did, because I do stuff. But we do end up scoring a saddle, you know what that means. Alright, so we got ourselves a saddle. And I think I want to come back here with our brush, because I forgot my excavation brush, and dig out some of these temples and try to find the templates and all that whatnot that's in them. But for right now, I think I want to go snatch a camel and see if I can't get one home. Then I'll come back another day and get a second one so we can make baby camels. And we'll excavate these sites and see if we can't get sherds and... God, that's such a stupid name. Sherds and... smithing templates. We get our first camel. Look at him smiling right there. But as we throw the saddle on him and we get ready to roll out, we start thinking, like, we have to go back like 4,000 more blocks. I need to make it worth it. So, yeah, we're going to get all these kitty variants that we don't have, and we're going to bring them home. Alright, so we're really far from home, and we want to bring this camel boy back. I don't know where he went. He's around here somewhere. And we also got some new kitties. Now, I was just going to head on home, but our little kitty friend here, when we went to bed, he brought us a feather, and I already had copper. So we made ourselves a brush, and we're going to excavate that well and take a crack at that temple. I'm not exactly sure where the hidden room is, but we're going to see if we can find it. And there's our camel boy. Alright, a new shirt. That's pretty cool. That desert well only had one piece of suspicious sand. I don't know if that's normal or not. It kind of seems like it should have at least two. But we take a crack at this temple. I've never done this before, but just find the sand in one of the corners, and that'll be where the hidden room is. We get a 1 diamond and just a bunch of sherds. I'll never get used to saying that. But that's about all that was in here. We got some decent loot from the bottom of the temple, but that was about it. Really, camel? I left you for like 2 minutes, bro. And we get our camel boy out, and we're ready to go home with our army of kitty cats. We get our boots headed towards home. Imagine if you saw somebody doing this in real life. Like, your brain would explode. Like, it wouldn't be able to comprehend. Like, what? 5,000 blocks, and we're back home. With a camel, tons of loot, and an army of kitty cats. We gotta go find you a friend. I want some baby camels. You're cute too, but that's one baby ones. Don't get all jealous. Oh, that was a pretty successful little adventure. I never thought traveling back 5,000 blocks with a camel was going to be fun, but it actually was. I spend a lot of the time just traveling over the treetops on a camel with a bunch of kitties following me. That sounds so stupid, but it was awesome. Anyways, let's check out what we got. I'm not going to go over it all, but we did get almost a double chest full of mud, some terracotta, which we're going to go back there with our beacon because that was going slow. I started to do it and I was like, no. We got a decent amount of sand, but then we almost broke our spoon. So I didn't want to do that because it's a really good spoon. Now, as far as like valuables, this is what I consider to be valuable. Yeah, I got weird ideas of what's valuable. Most important out of all this is all these hay bales. All this added up will allow us to make about 2,500 mud brick, which is pretty legit. Pretty legit. We also did one buried treasure. Got some dune armor trims. Got some sherds. Man, I'm never gonna get used to that name. Some more decoration blocks that we stole from village. And just, a bunch of other random stuff. I try to get the crying obsidian anytime I see it because it's far and few in between. But yeah, I think I want to get our camel boy a friend. I'll do it super quick so I don't bore you guys with a long journey since we just came back from one. But back on chapter 3, we blew up a desert, and there has got to be a village near it because it wasn't very far away. So I'm gonna go see if I can't get one more camel boy. Now I set off to get a second camel, and what did your boy's dumb brain forget? The saddle. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Now luckily I had 4 stacks of emeralds in my super adventure box, so I started trading with a villager to get him to just sell me a saddle, because none of the local areas had any treasure loot that was going to give me one. And while we were waiting for the trade to reset, we went ahead and got some coral. And this greedy guy just keeps taking all my emeralds. Like 4 stacks of them. But we don't need the emeralds anyways. We got an infinite supply. Not infinite, but more than we're ever going to need. And finally, he got us a saddle. We actually bought several, and I was actually smart and put some in the ender chest in my adventure box this time. So this doesn't happen again, because I'm stupid and it's gonna. Hey, buddy, I brought you a friend. You guys want to make a baby? I'll go get you some cactus, set the mood. Oh, yeah? Okay. Now, I've never actually gotten camels in a world yet, so I'm pretty sure you just feed them cactus? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's freaking adorable. I need names. I need names for these dudes. Yeah, I know I got sidetracked big time, but worth it. 100% worth it. They look like they're smiling. Oh. Okay. I'm done with the animals. It's time to build. Now, we wanted to have a record of our surrounding areas before we start this build, because this build's going to be a big one. And my brain might melt a little bit while I'm doing it, honestly. It's going to be that big, at least for me. I'm used to building smaller, quainter little buildings and just kind of cramming them all together. But either way, I'm excited for it. But yeah, we're going to lock these maps in some glass panes so they don't ever change, so we kind of have a record of our progress. As we sit on day 477. Now, a lot of those days were us just getting our inventory sorted from that massive grind we did last chapter. But my style is a little bit goofy. I combined a lot of different things. I don't like to be stuck in one genre. There's some medieval influence. There's some fantasy, a good amount of Japanese influence. I even took some inspiration from some Romanian castles, just from the shaping anyways. But let's do this build, and I'll get back to you here shortly.
Hey, hold up, hold up, hold up.
All right, my fam, my peoples. We are already over 100 days into this episode. Significantly over. But I am far from done. But I do need a little brain break. I want to go fight a few things. Clear my head and just get ready to finish this bad boy up. But let me show you some of the highlights of what we've done. This, I present to you a big open area. Yeah, I know. Just bear with me. Okay, so I was originally going to have this as like battlements, and it still is. I had actually built 2 ballistas up here, and I decided did not like them. They had to go. But I am going to figure out how to make this like a staging area, like someone's attacking from the ocean side over here. And it's going to look pretty cool when I'm done. I'm still working on it, though. And those 2 towers there are just straight cobblestone right now, or deep slate cobble. That's all going to be changed. That's just to frame it out. Up here, I want to put a crane. And I'm going to have it going, pointed over this way, I think. And this is all going to be lowered, by the way. And like it's picking up materials to bring up to build the castle. And over here, don't pay attention to this shape. That was just an early idea. What we're actually thinking is more square, multiple squares put together type of thing. Leaning pretty hard into the Japanese theme on this one. Maybe a little combination of that and something else. I'm not really sure. But this is going to be like our palace area. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to tie in all here, and then it'll shape out the whole castle. And down here, I don't know what's going to go there. There's going to be some type of shop, probably going into the ground, or into the wall, I should say. But that's for a little bit later. Right there, going to be a blacksmith. 100%, that's going to be a blacksmith. Also, not sure here. Something's going to go here. And it's going to look cool. That's all I'm going to say. That up there, though, 100% going to be a library. That's going to house all our awesome book vendors. And here in the land of kitty cats, we finished the outsides of the wall. Besides the decoration, it's pretty bland right now, but it won't be. And we just kind of like shaped out the rest of the walls. But good progress there too. And looking at this, it doesn't seem like I would spend 70 days on this, but you got to remember, I don't use Lightmatica, and I plan nothing ahead. Very little. I have a rough idea of what I want to do, and I just do it. So this is all just spazzed out of my brain. Like, wait, why is this here? That's not supposed to be here. But anyways, I'm going to go fight some things over by our quarry. Just continue lighting the caves, and hopefully I find a good battle, because I need one. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to finish this. And I want to do some more work down around the castle, too, but we're going to see how it works out. Now, we were only really looking to get in a few fights and find a bunch of copper and coal, but this actually ended up being a pretty lucky little adventure. We immediately find this spawner in the most convenient of places if I would have found it earlier. Alright, dude, so we're right outside our quarry, and we decided to jump over here and start lighting things up, because there's got to be some big caves down here. And we just came right down from the surface, and what did we find? Why couldn't I have found this earlier? This would have been so useful for bows and potions. It is what it is. We have one of these over at our quarry that I think will look much more eye appealing. So we're probably going to use that one, but it's here if we need it. After our spider spawner, we just started running through the caves, just lighting things up. And we didn't have the best of luck. We found a mine shaft, and I was hoping to find a cave spider spawner, but we did not. It is what it is, but we did find this zombie spawner right here. Ironically enough, we checked our screenshot from our skeleton spawner, and it's not that far from it. It's like 50 blocks away. Maybe 100, 50, 100. I don't know. It's pretty close. Finally finding a decent fight we were looking for. We found a pretty decent cave, and an angry ankle biter gets really, really mad at us. Now, let me tell you, I actually have toddlers, and this isn't all that far-fetched of how they act. Yeah, that seems about right. Yep. No. I want a yogurt, Daddy. I want a yogurt. No. We put him in timeout for a while for hitting, and we finally enjoy our little therapy here. And this really is therapy for me, honestly. It's my mellow time. It's my chilling. Not just fighting mobs, but just Minecraft in general. Although fighting mobs is my my mindless therapy. I just kind of just do it. I don't have to think too much. It's really, really nice, though. Yeah. Alright, that was a pretty successful little just brain break, just mobbing and cave proofing. Something occurred to me while I was doing it, though. All this time, if I would have set up a collection system for them slimes, I would have been getting slime balls. Yeah. That's a lot of wasted slime. But we do need to come back to this cave and finish lighting it up. I'm going to mark these coordinates. All right, we cleared our head with a little bit of decent mobbing. That's what I like to do when I'm not really feeling building, honestly. Um, and we went ahead and decided to make a little kill chamber in our slime spawner. Now, this is not an effective slime spawner. It will be, I promise you that. Once I've hit mob 0 with the proofing around here, the most effective one is in the swamp. So go do that if you want rates. I did this for aesthetic reasons, and I also did it because it's fun to me. I like fun stuff, you know. But as I was doing this, I did have a couple of ideas. Not only just about the castle over there, but I don't want this thing just to be round anymore. I want it to be more of a sphere or a cylinder or a combination of those two. A sphere's lender? Sphere's lender? You know what? This is America, and I'm calling it a word. You know, I can do that because that's how we do with English. And I want it to be like an excavated city. I want to say dwarven, but that just doesn't make sense in Minecraft. But something like that. Anyways, let's go build some castle stuff. Now in chapter 2, when we went down to that lush cave right there, that sucked. Oh my gosh, it sucked. It was useless. We took a look at our future quarry, and all it was just flat at the time. There was no hole. And now I want you guys to look at it, because I said I was going to come back here and look at it once I started working on it. And I will once it's done too. Now, take a peek at that, and you can see the big hole we dug. Now imagine like an excavation site above it, some buildings, just pathways going all the way down. Are you starting to see my ADHD vision now? Yeah, it's organized chaos, guys. Organized chaos. Let's go. So in the middle of recording, my power went out, and I lost a fair amount of footage, as well as having another technical issue. Um, yeah, I went to log back in after the power outage, and this happened. All my statistics got deleted, all of them. Yeah, yep, yeah, that's just annoying. But the good news is I went to reading about it, and most people who have that happen, literally just have their world deleted or corrupted. I don't think that happened to us. Everything seems to be fine. Our villagers over there still count as us curing them. We still have our levels. Everything I've built still seems to be around. I am a little worried that it might have messed with the end. I don't know yet, but we'll find out later. I just want to let you guys know that that stupid crap happened. Yeah, it was awesome. Sitting at the tippy top of our kingdom here, we're sitting almost on day 600. We got about 4 days left. And so this isn't a 100-day episode. It's more like a 200-day episode. But whatever. It's been fun. I'm loving the castle. I really am. Still tons of details that still need to be done. I'm going to use some glow lichen to shade in a bunch of bits that just don't make sense. Trap doors for the same things to section off areas to make them blend. Fences, awnings, things like that. But our shapes are good. Well, for me, they're good. I mean, there's other people that probably could have done better, but whatever. It's my world. Yeah. Now, we do have a couple little things I want to get done before I call this an episode. We want to go goof off with some animals and get our mess over there of just random pens and bees laying on the ground and villagers in dirt huts gone. But real quickly before I do that, I want to show you back here. Now, I terraformed this. You guys all saw it. Now, I stopped right there, not only because there's a hole in the ground, but I want that hole there. And I want to come through and I want to TNT a line coming from there, over around there. That's already probably a deep cave. We'll probably close some of that in. Around here to the river. And I want to TNT it all, and I want to fill this in with more river. And I want to turn our peninsula into an actual island. And then, of course, we'll have bridges going over to different portions. But I want to wall off and make this a massive port city. A big gatehouse right there. It's going to be really cool. But let's go play around with some animals and finish off this episode with some fun stuffs. So we start the time-consuming task of moving all these dang animals around. And I'm glad I have leads, because otherwise this would be really annoying. But yeah, trying to get that area ready for the next builds. We go ahead and just fancy up our barn just a little bit. Making it just a little more pretty. And we give our camels just a temporary place to live. They're going to have their own thing at some point. But for right now, this is where they are. We build our chickens a beautiful mansion. Just kidding, we put them in a hole as we do with many things. Alright, so we moved our chickens, and the reason we put them right here in this little hole is right now I just need all their eggs. I'm going to breed them up in here. I need many, many shulkers of eggs because I want to go and get a ton of wither roses, and breeding chickens and letting them grow up and letting the wither blow them up is the best way to get them. So that's what we're doing here. Now, the reason we put it here is it does not look good, of course. I'm going to flatten a little bit of this out, and I want a chicken coop and a farmhouse to go right here. Yeah. Just a decorative farmhouse. I might make an underground farm for wheat with some villagers, but it's definitely going to be a farmhouse right here with a little chicken coop. Moving on to our piggies, we start wondering, why does the rain never stop in this world? Like, is this normal? I don't know. It's annoying, though. And we just made a little basic little pen for our piggies because we needed them moved. I actually might make this a lot cooler. I just threw this up really quick just to store them. But if I raise this up just a little bit, make a little bigger area, make a little play area with mud, I could make this an actual little pig pen here. And the reason I kind of wanted the pig pen maybe next to the castle is anytime you watch a movie or something that involves a kingdom, there's always a roasted pig on a table that people are eating. Like, that's like the main thing. It's got like an apple in its mouth. Whatnot. So we might do that. I don't know. But right now they're just going to sit here. I call this cinematic masterpiece Oopsie Times. I accidentally killed all my sheep. There's some right there. I was just thinning them out and just, yep, murdered them all. Turns out it really didn't matter all that much, because where we wanted to build our pasture and our shepherd's house, there was plenty of sheep already around. So we went ahead and just stuck some in a pen. We go to relocate our bees, and there's just mobs protecting it. We clear them out and start cleaning up, because we have big plans to build here next chapter. I don't know where we're going to put these bees. They're definitely going to get a greenhouse somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. We got plenty of honeycomb, but we do need honey bottles now. Relocating our sniffers, we don't really know where these guys are going to go. But one thing is for sure. Trying to lead these guys is like trying to pull a dump truck with a fishing string. They just break it nonstop. All right, fam. Well, we're on day 601, and man, this has been a big one. Like, yes, it has, and I still got to go right into the next one and just start grinding again. But, that's kind of the fun of the game. The only thing we didn't get done that we really wanted to is those dirt huts there. Now, I'm going to build an inn here for sure, but I want 2 sets of clerics. They're going to be my bartenders. 2 of them are going to be in the inn, and our old storage room down there, I'm going to convert it to like a little shipside bar. People coming in on boats, when they want to go get a little sip, little snack. So that's where they're going to go. But I need them to get eaten by a zombie first, because they're too expensive right now. So, we're gonna go ahead and just let that happen, and then cure them, and then bring them down there. But for right now, this is the end of this episode, and man, I really hope somebody had fun. I had a blast. This is going to be a fairly long one, I think, and if you made it to the end of this, shout it out. Shout it out that you made it to the end. So I'm gonna put your name on like a plaque somewhere. Dang, like you've survived listening to my stupid voice for however long while I'm building dumb crap. It's worth a shout out. Anyways, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I really mean that, and I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, dudes.